One of the trends in today's game is that everybody wants to be shifty and quick in order to get to their spots, but that's not necessary. One of the easiest ways to get to your spot is to just be physical and play at your own pace. One thing Kawhi does really good is when he tries to attack, he will change his attack from trying to be shifty and get by you and just dribble into a post up so he can get to the spot he wants to get on the court. This is a great way to just save time and energy and be able to get places without being fast. Here's a play where he's coming down the court. As of right now, this is the area on the court that would be open. Now you have Shai Gilgeous guarding Paul George over here in the corner, so he's probably not going to help. Now, Josh Giddey's over here guarding Russ, which means he's probably going to help in because Russ is not a shooter. Kawhi makes his initial attack move, which is between the legs to try to get middle, but he gets cut off, right? Now, at the same time, Russ is cutting through to drag Josh Giddey away because he knows that he's just sitting here digging in. So he's going to take away this help defender. But what Kawhi does is stop, turn, and instead of trying to keep doing a bunch of moves, he just gets into a post up instantly. So now he's in a spot, he's right at a spot on the court that he's super comfortable. He's below the free throw line. If you know Kawhi's game, you know he has a ton of post moves that he can get to, a ton of shots he can get to from right here. And he got to the spot just by taking one move, spin move, and then turning into his post. So now Shai's not helping because Paul George is here in the corner. If he does step up, that's an easy pass right over for a three. Giddey is out the way. You have another shooter over here, Terrence Mann. So now Kawhi's able to just turn and get to his fade. And he did that without having to do anything special other than just turning and walking his man down to that spot. So here's an isolation at the top of the key. He's guarding James Harden, so he can't help. Shooter in the corner, shooter in this corner. Can't help. So Plumlee can see that he's a little too far off of James Harden, so he comes to set this hammer screen. And the hammer is just basically like a flare screen to the corner. But so he comes up to set that hammer. Kawhi is still trying to attack though. So what does he do? He just gets in that post up and waits. Patience. He knows that he was guarding the shooter, so he wants to just help and recover. So Kawhi waits. Post. Waits, lets him get out the way. Continues his post, right? Most guards, if you're a guard, most guards cannot play post defense. It's uncomfortable. Nobody practices that as a guard. You do not practice playing post defense. So he's just taking his time, being patient, knowing that he has shooters all over the court, so nobody can help. By the time he gets in the paint, this is an easy shot for him. He just jump stops, rises over the defense, and scores. Now, there are other ways that you're going to have to get to your spots, right? So sometimes you are going to have to do change of directions, but the most important thing on that change of direction is that initial attack move. So here, this area is wide open. It's going to stay open again because there are shooters all over the perimeter. So when he attacks, the defense does a good job of recovering, cutting him off, snatch. Now this is lead foot is up, so you're going to attack that way. That one dribble, pull up, easy bucket, right? So now on the wing, this area on the court is wide open. So you're gonna make a hard attack move to go. Hard attack move, but the defense does a good job cutting him off. All he does is stop and spin, right? So he does a good job of, he's gonna attack hard. If you're able to stay in front, he's turning into a post, or he's just gonna change direction and go the other way. So again here, this area on the court is open. KCP is occupied because he's guarding Paul George in the strong side corner. He cannot help. Kawhi knows this, so it's just a hard attack. Now Jamal Murray does a good job of staying in front, and he sees the help coming from Nikola Jokic at the baseline. So what does he do? Stop between the legs, go back the other way, wide open in the middle for a pull-up, right? So now what about the times that you make a move and you get to a spot, but the defense is still on you? What can you do? One thing Kawhi is really good at is using pump fakes and step throughs to still score, because a lot of players today are undisciplined, right? So here's something easy that you can do. This area is wide open, right? Kyrie, it doesn't want to all the way double. He's there to help. Kyrie is there to discourage the drive, because if he was to stand on the other side of the court, that's basically a layup. So Kawhi takes that one dribble to the open area that was here. Hardaway stays with him though, so he doesn't have a free shot. So what does he do? Watch the shoulder. Look how there's no space right now. He gives him that bump and creates all of that space. Doesn't have to move his feet. That's just being physical. Using your shoulder. Giving the defense a little chicken wing and creating space. Now he can rise up for an easy shot. So here's another move where he attacks hard, but he has to stop and change direction. But when he gets to the middle, the defense is still with him. So what does he do? Pump fake. So one thing to remember is that most defenders are they're extremely undisciplined, right? He's just happy that he stayed in front of Kawhi long enough that he didn't score yet. He thinks he's playing great defense, so that pump fake, he can't wait to jump and contest a shot. As soon as he jumps, let him fall into you and one. And this is something that if the defense knows you can score from a certain area, they're almost always going to jump. Like right here, watch Kawhi. He's putting a series of moves on him, right? So he's between, back, step back, face it, crossover, right? That's hard to guard. But he stays in front. Now he feels like he's playing great defense. So what does he do? Pump fake. It's easy to fake out somebody because they're excited just because they feel like they're playing good defense. But most defenders are undisciplined. Easy pump fake step through. Walking the defender down, step back to create space. 9 times out of 10, most players will take this shot, semi-contested shot. Pump fake. Send them flying. Most people are not going to stay down, especially if you stop and look at the rim. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and also check out my training app, which is linked in the description below. Also, anybody that you want to see film on, any questions that you have, anything you're struggling with in basketball, let me know. I will gladly make a video for you. Just leave a comment for me. All I want to do is help everybody become the best player that they possibly can. When I was growing up, I did not have anybody to teach me. I didn't have a trainer. I just went out there, I watched basketball, I went to the court, and I tried to figure out by myself. I want to give people something that I didn't have. So any questions that you have, please ask me. I just want to help.